Good afternoon and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna play a little Airplane Manager 4 and gonna show how I determine if a plane and the route it's on is profitable or not. It's actually pretty easy, but maybe not so easy to see right away when you start the game. Right now you have the option of buying marketing, which can be real expensive as your airplane as you get more airplanes. You know, the more airplanes, the more expensive. So you want to know if it's profitable to fly a route with a plane if you don't market, and that's an easy way to do. Right now I don't have any marketing. I have topped off my fuel and I have topped off my CO2. I am eco-friendly, but I don't have the 10% increase marketing campaign eco-friendly. This one, I don't have it. So I don't have any marketing. I want to see if a certain plane is profitable. So the way to do it is I check how much I have on my account and I write it down. It's 25,585,125. And then I select that plane. Let's do a DC-910. I think it's not profitable if I don't mark it, and now I will find out. This one is doing a long route, which maybe make it more profitable or maybe not. I don't know. It's going from Las Vegas to New York. It's going via stopover an airport. I don't remember which one it is. So it's a long route. Maybe I should select one that is not long. I don't know if I have any that is not. I think they are long, all of them. So what do I do? Well, this is my seat layout. I think that the first class doesn't make any money compared to business. Business is the one that makes the most money. But I do some normal seats as well. And you see there's a huge demand for 10 and 6668. It's actually a larger demand for business than normal. So I could have a higher number on the business class. So that's what you need to consider before you make a route. But you don't want to reroute it because that costs a lot. If you want to reroute it, I mean, that's expensive. You don't want to do that. Once you make a route, you have to stick to that route, or you have to fly it at least 20 times or maybe more to get back the money that you paid for the reroute. And I can tell you, if you got small planes and large planes, that's a no-no. You want to go either for only small planes or only large planes. So if you don't have that much money, go for only the small planes. Don't buy any long range because that will increase the cost of a route. The way I think. It might also be the number of airplanes you have that increases the cost. I'm not sure. But it's very expensive for me to make a new route now. I mean, it's like between $500,000 and $1 million. And with these planes that only make like maybe $30,000 for every flight with marketing. I mean, you have to fly, 20 times or more in order to just pay for the rerouting. So just be sure about that. So let's depart this one, okay? And it makes 63,350. 63,350. I don't really need to write that down, but I do it. And then I need to top off the fuel again. And I'm fortunate that the price of the fuel was not that expensive right now. So I top off the fuel because that's the fuel that this plane uses on this route, right? Make sure it says 0 here, and the same with this one. 32,326. So it's 0 here. So now I'm back to where I was when the fuel and the CO2. And I see that I have 23 593 396. Wow, something must be wrong here. I have 2 million less. Let's look at this. Can they be right? I mean, the fuel was 49,000 and the CO2 was 5,000. That's 55,000. And I made 63,350. I should actually, I mean, that's roughly 55. So I made roughly 8,000 I should have made on this trip. So where did the money go? Because 2 million is gone from my account. What am I not seeing here? You see? This is what I made. And this is what it cost in fuel and CO2. So where did the 2 million go? Let's do it one more time. I don't understand. Oh, wait a minute. Staff salary. Maybe maybe I didn't see that. Maybe the staff salary was paid after I checked this one, but that's only 201,000, and that's for the whole company. Let's do it one more time. Okay, I write down 23,593 396. Okay, and then we depart this plane, right? And we get 60,000 on this one. I go and buy the fuel. 48,209. And then the CO2 31,062. And then I can look at the finance and I can see how much it cost. That's roughly 55 again, 55, almost 55,000. And I made 60. So I made 5,000. And then I look at it, now I got 23,598. 608. That's roughly 5,300. 5,300. I only made 5,300. You know, that's not much, but it was profitable. So then we go and we do the marketing. I'll do this campaign 4. It cost 5,520,000. That's a lot of money. I have to fly a lot in order to get that money back. and then I'll do the eco-friendly like that. So after paying for that, I'm down to 16,755. Not that that number really counts, because I had 23,598,608. That's what I'm looking for before, because I paid for the marketing. I want to see if I get that money back. So I paid for the marketing, and then now I'm going to depart all my planes. I got all my planes on the ground. If I go to the last row, you see, oh, there's only those two that I departed. That is on the ground. That is not on the ground. So, but you have to be aware, when you depart 20 planes like that, you see I get 1.9 million. You have to go back and buy CO2, because it uses up that CO2 really quick. Even though the price is a little high now, I need to buy it back, because if I run out of CO2, well, maybe I can do it one more time, since it's on the way back, on the way down. And these are the small planes, so they don't use that much CO2. Let's do 20 more and see what happens. 4 million, wow. So I got some long hold there. Now it went down, and this one did not go down. I'm still only half, but I want to buy it now. I want to make sure that I don't run empty, you know. And on the fuel, I got plenty of fuel, but it's kind of cheap now, so I want to buy it in case it goes up. Normally, so now I can see if I made money for those 40 planes. I got 20,000, you know, I had 23. So I have made, I mean, how much was the marketing? 6 million? So I made 4 million. So I need to send more planes away in order to get my money back. 12 million, look at that, 12 million for 20 planes. I bet I used all the CO2. Yeah, you see, I used all the CO2. That's why you have to go there every time. Maybe I shouldn't have sent all 20. Maybe I should only send 10 at a time, because some of them were sent without the CO friendly. I got plenty of fuel, but it's kind of cheap. So 2, 1, 3, 1, 1, 2, 7. So now I made money. You see, I made 7 million now. And I haven't sent all the planes. So this is good. So now I will not send all 20, I will send 10. Because I want to make sure that I have CO2. Yeah, you see, I almost used it up. 3, 4, 1, 0, 6, 8, 6. And I might as well buy the fuel. 6, 7, 4, 3, 9, 1. And now I can see that I actually made 2 million on those 10 planes. And then I depart 10 more. And then we go and we check this. Okay, I can send some more. No, I sent 15. Yeah, I can still send some. Now I have sent 20. Yeah, I'm getting closer now. 3. And of course, you know, the price you pay, not for the CO2, because the CO2 is kind of cheap, you know, but the price for the fuel has a lot to say here. I mean, yesterday the price was 2K and I waited until it was 1K. It's only half an hour and I paid half. And that was, I saved like 8 million. 1 3 3 9 2 7 9, and 8 million is a lot. This is only 1 million, but the gas price yesterday, did I write everything? 1 3 3 9 2 7 9, yeah. So it's topped off. Now I'm 37, you see, I'm increasing. So these planes are profitable with marketing. I could do one plane and see how profitable this one is with marketing. I can do that. Let me write down 37 636 299, and this is a B737-800 that I think is one of the most profitable planes on the planet. And I do long routes with stopover. This one is going from Cape Town via this one here in Gambia to Miami. And I departed. That's 605. I don't have to write that down. I just want to go and pay the fuel that it used and pay the CO2 that it used. If you see anything I'm missing here in my calculations, please let me know. Write in the comment section. Now I got 38 072 933. So that is like about 435,000. That's a good number, right? That's about 10 times more than the cheaper plane I have, which I already sent out. So, but then again, the cheaper plane is, I think, almost 20 times cheaper. But there is other factors here than the airplane price. It's the fuel consumption and the amount of passengers has something to do here. So I found out that this plane here, the B737-800, is much more profitable. It's actually profitable if you fly it without marketing, but not that much. Okay, so let me depart. It's only 17 left here, but these use more fuel, so I'm just gonna do a few. I want to make sure that I have enough CO2. Okay, I do have. Yeah, I'm extra cautious now, because I know I lose money if I don't have enough CO2 when I send the planes out. I don't lose money, but I make less money, and that's the same as losing money, right? Losing opportunity or making more money. Okay, and then these are the rest. I send them all. So now I sent all planes out with marketing except 2 small planes. I will go and I will pay the fuel cost. It says 0 there. And then you see this one, it I missed it on the last one, you know. Some of the last planes were sent out without being eco-friendly. 207,192. There we go. So, how much do I have? 45. And it was 38, right? 45, 920, 369. I assume it was 38 I have. In that case, 7,850. What am I saying? 7,850. About. So I know now that with the planes I have now, I send them all out with marketing once a day in the morning or when I wake up, and I make 7 million. That's what I know now. No, what am I talking about? No, I'm lying. I made 7 million now on the last planes I sent out. Of course, I have to check with what I had earlier before I sent out any plane, and that was 23 million. 23 and a half, and now it's 45. So 22 million is what I make. 22 million and about 300. 22,300,000. So I will write that down. 22.5. Put a circle around it. That's what I make every day. But I actually do make a little more, because I still have 3.5 hours, 3 hours and 45 minutes with marketing, and 11 hours of eco-friendly. So when these planes that I sent out now, the short routes, the small planes, will arrive back before those 4 hours are gone. You see, all the planes on this page, almost all of them, or maybe half of them, 348 wasn't it? So about these planes I can send out again. But these are DC-910, you know. Those are the ones that made, how much was it? 7,000 without marketing. I think they make about 30,000 with marketing each. So if you look at, if you say it's 10 planes, we're talking about 300,000 more. Because I can fly them out one more time. I do not fly out anyone without marketing, because I don't make money. It's better to wait till the next day and do all of them at the same time. Some people say, well, you can do marketing one more time, can't you? Yes, I can, but what happened then? If I do one marketing now, if you look at the planes that make the most money, are going to stay away for 18 to 19 hours. You know, that's almost one day. These will not be included if I do one more marketing today. And these are the ones that make the most money. So why would I do marketing? Well, then they say, well, you're making some money, aren't you? Yes, you're making some money, but you're actually losing money because the marketing is too expensive for these small planes. I mean, The plane route is profitable, you know, but when you subtract the cost of the marketing, you're actually losing money because the marketing is so expensive. Just think about it. When the marketing costs 6 million, right? And you make 30,000 for each plane, you divide by 30,000, you need 200 planes just to pay for the marketing. That's roughly, you know. And I don't have that many planes, you know. I have 96 planes. So I don't do any marketing. But here we come back to what I said earlier. Don't go for small planes and big planes. I mean, you can do it, but then you have to do like me. Only marketing once a day and only 4 hours. That is, if you have only small planes, it will be different. If I only had these DC-910, you see they fly in about 3.5 hours. I can send out all the planes on a 4-hour marketing, and then I can do another 4-hour marketing and send them out again, right? Or even better, I can do 8-hour marketing because 8 hours is cheaper than 4 hours twice. So I will be able to send this plane out. Well, maybe not. You have to consider something. If you do only 4 hours, you can send them out twice. And then when they come back, you can do a marketing again and send them out twice again. So you can send them out 4 times with 8-hour marketing. But if you buy the 8-hour marketing, then you have to, it takes about $350 at least. I'm not talking about the DC-910 with the routes that I have. It actually takes more than 4 hours on some of the planes because I departed them right out. I was waiting too long because I was checking profitability. So you can actually only you can send them out twice on a 4-hour, but if you do 8-hour marketing, you can only send them out twice. You understand? Because it's only 5 minutes left maybe of the 4-hour marketing, and then you send them out again on the same marketing, and then the other 4-hour run after, but it won't be time to fly. Well, you can fly it out one more time. You can fly them out 3 times. With an 8-hour marketing, you can fly them out 3 times. So you rather want, if you have a plane route that takes a little less than 4 hours, you buy 4 hours and send them out twice. And then when they come back from the second flight, then you start a new 4-hour and you can send them out 2 times more. That's the most profitable. I think because you make more money on flying them out 1 extra time than what you save on buying 8-hour instead of 4-hour, I believe. Let's check. Well, I can check that now because I have marketing and then I can check the price. But what you need to do, you have to see how much do you save on the 8-hour marketing compared to a 4-hour marketing. Let's say you save X amount of dollars, and then you have to compare it to how much you make on all your planes when you send them out 1 time. If you make more money on sending the planes out 1 time with marketing, then you need to go with 4-hour marketing twice. Well, actually, not only twice, you can do it 3 or 4 times during a day, you know. But you just have to wait until all the planes have landed before you start a new marketing. But if you save more on an 8 hour than compared to a 4 hour than what you make on the airplanes, then of course you go for 8 hour and fly 3 times. So the problem with having the small planes like this and that only flies almost 4 hours is that you have to be there and send them out again before the 4 hours is gone. You send them out, you have to come back in about little less than 4 hours and send them out again, and then you have to come back in a little less than 4 hours when all the planes have landed, and you have to create a new 4 hour marketing and then send them out again, and you have to come back in so you have to come back to the game every 4 hours as long as you do this during the day. But you make more money the more times you can send them out, but if I had only small planes, the DC-910, and if I have 96 of them, I think I checked that yesterday. Let me see here. Where's my calculator? I think they made like between 30 and 40,000 each, I think. So let's say 35 times 96. So I would make 3,360,000 for each flight. So that means you can multiply that by 2 for each 4 hour, and then for 8 hour it would be multiplied with 2, and for 16 hour multiply with 2. So if you only sleep 8 hours if you sleep 8 hours at night but you come back to the game every 4 hours during rest of the day, you make 26 million. But you see, I made 20. Yeah, you make actually very good money. You make more money than what I do now. I got some long haul, but I only send them out, all the planes, 1 time, and half of the planes I send out 2 times. So I make less money. If I had only the small planes, and that would be cheaper, because some of my planes cost 4 million or more. These DC-9 cost only 220,000 or something. So if you have 96 of those, you're actually making more money than what I do, because I cannot come back and fly them out again. And you know why? Because you say, well, you got a lot of small planes, why don't you just send those out and don't send out the big ones? Well, that's because of the marketing. The cost of the marketing is much higher because I have these large planes. If I didn't have the large planes, the marketing would be much cheaper and I would be able to make more money. That's why. So if I had 96 planes with only the big planes and fly them out once a day, I will make much more money. So that's the lesson learned. Don't mix small planes with the big planes. Go only for the small planes, the cheap planes in the beginning, as many as you can, and fly them for many days. You want to make a lot of money, and then when you have enough money to buy only big planes, then you can switch. But if you switch one by one, you will end up in the same situation that I have. You still make money, but you would make more money if, well, I'm not sure, If you have all these small planes, because I had a whole bunch of other small planes that I calculated to not be as profitable as DC-910. I sold them, and I lost a lot of money for that, because when you sell a plane, you only flown it maybe 10 times. You haven't even gotten back the route fee, and then you sell it and you get like nothing for the plane, because I tell you, if you sell a plane, you lose a lot of money. If it costs you, I don't remember now how much you lose, but you lose a lot. So selling planes and also rerouting is really expensive when you have a lot of planes. Maybe not that expensive if you only have 2-3 planes, but that's why you should really know what to do when you start this game. My advice would be, because you don't have that, I don't remember how much money you have when you start a game, but I would go for a DC-9, the DC-910, or if you want to go for only the big ones, you would have enough money to buy it. It costs 4 million for the ones that I use. And that's one of the most profitable planes. The B737-800 cost 4 million. So if you can buy one, just buy one then. Make a long route and just fly it once a day with marketing. I don't know how much you make on one plane, but it might take a long time before you make money with only one plane. But as you make money, once you get 4 million in it again, you buy another one, right? Just make sure you have enough money to pay for the route fee, and then you build up. But that would take a long time. I played only for a few days. How many days? 5 days? 6 days? And I got all these planes. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. That's what's so fun about this plane, because you have to do a lot of calculations to find out what's good. If you've seen my previous videos, you have seen that I have a spreadsheet that I use to try to calculate the cost of the planes with and without marketing. The problem is, when you fly without marketing, it's not only that you save the marketing cost. You can't say, well, I made 22.5 million with marketing, and the marketing cost 6 million. So that means I would make 16.5 million if I didn't do marketing. That's not correct. You know why? Because if you don't have marketing, you don't fill up the planes. You get half the passengers because your reputation as an airliner is bad because you haven't done marketing. So you only get half full airplanes. So that means you're losing probably half of the profit. So instead of 16, maybe you only make 8 million. You still make money. Well, I would make money without marketing, maybe with all my planes. It would be fun to try it once, maybe tomorrow, for example, to send out all my planes without the marketing and see how much I make. I probably only make 8 million instead of 22. And even more interesting would be to fly out one of each my different planes without marketing and write down how much I make on each different type of plane and write it down. Then you know which plane that is most profitable when you fly without marketing, and then you can do the same after you paid for the marketing. Just make sure you pay for the fuel and echo before and after the flight, and then you can see how much we make with each plane with marketing, and then you'll see which plane is most profitable to buy. But how can you do that if you don't have the planes? It's only when you are in the situation you have bought a whole bunch of different planes, then you can do this check. But then you find out, oh, this one was the best, and then what you do with the rest? You sell them. Well, then you're going to lose a lot of money, right? So it's going to cost you a lot to do that. So the better thing would be that someone like me or somebody else that have planes that you don't have, ask them, if you know them, or you can, or if it's possible to send them a message or something. Can you find out how much your plane cost without and with marketing? So you know. I mean, it would be a huge advantage if someone made a website where you could put in these numbers for the planes you have, because then different players have different planes, and then everybody could do the same thing and put in these numbers, and we would get a list of all the planes in the game, how much profit you get with marketing and without marketing. And they would all have to be set up on, in order to get the same result. They all had to get set up. You can't do the same route because they got different distances and everything, and speed, but they would have to be set up with either a stopover or not. That would have to be decided. And if you do stopover, or if you don't do stopover, you need to find a route that maximizes the distance. They should all be very close to the max distance, and that's easiest to do if you don't have the stopover. Because the stopover, when you go over water, it might not be maximized. But I think and the thing is that you don't want to make a route just to check, a route that you're not going to use. So if I was going to check on my planes, I would check on the routes I already have, right? That wouldn't cost me so much to do a check on one plane like I did. You know, if I might, on that first plane I did, that maybe bring me 30 or 40,000 with marketing, I only made no, not thousand, but yeah, 40,000 with marketing, only made me 7,000 without marketing. It didn't cost me that much, right, to check that. It cost me maybe between 20 and 30,000 to do that check. The loss of money, you know, by sending it without marketing. So if everybody could do that, that would be great. It wouldn't have to be a website. It could be like in a forum or something that somebody could make a forum for Airplane Manager. Maybe there is one already, and make a topic of profitability on the different airplane types, where people could make a post and say they checked this plane, and maybe they could even write the distance they used and what the profit was with and without marketing. And then someone else could take all these postings and make it a spreadsheet, or make a list of it and post it somewhere. That would be great. Then everybody would know what planes to buy to make the most profit. Well, anyway, that was a lot of talking. I've done what I came to do, and now I'm going to do something else because I got 3 hours in order to come back and do another departure. There is one thing I could do if I wanted, because I got 45 million now. I could buy some planes, right? And the A320-200, and that's how you make money. You expand, you know. If you search A330 800, no, it's not that one. What? I actually have one or more of those. They cost 85 million, you know. That's crazy, you know. But it has the double distance of the one that I'm buying, and it's got more passengers. So it makes, I don't know how much it makes though. I could check it, you know. like I did with the other one today. So what was the plane I was talking about? Not this one. B737-800. B737-800. And then you click here, and then you get, oh, you have to click search, and then you get it. It cost 4 million. It's got a 184 passengers. It's got low fuel burn and 780 kilometers per hour and 7,000 kilometers. And then you say, well, this other plane had over 400 passengers and flew faster and have double distance. And if you do a stopover with that one, you get a really long route. Why wouldn't you make more money with that? Well, it depends, because it cost, how much was it? Was it 70 something million? 85 million? I mean, it's a crazy amount of money. But you have to remember, once you have paid the plane, it's paid. So the more you fly it, if you make more money on every flight, the more you fly it, at one point you will have more profit than you have with a smaller plane, in most instances. But it depends on other expenses, like maintenance cost. Maintenance cost on a big plane with a maintenance cost will be much higher. And also you get more flight crew and more engineers and more technicians, and the salary. But the salary is kind of low compared to other expenses. But the fuel is a big expense. We have seen that. So a low fuel burn is good. I did put up this spreadsheet, So look in my other videos and you will see that spreadsheet. I have this plane in the spreadsheet and I have the other one in the spreadsheet. And it told me that this plane, in order to pay for the plane, the cost of the plane, and pay for the route, I think I have the route as well, I'm not sure. But the route cost would be the same on every plane, so not necessarily actually, but I don't think I had a route cost included. But I have the, in order to pay for the expense for the plane, pay for maintenance, pay for fuel, and pay for the CO2, but not, I didn't incorporate the pay of the crew. I found out that if you flew 100 hours, or no, not 100 hours, but 100 flights, this plane was the only one that made a profit of the planes that I checked. And of course I didn't check all the planes, but I checked some of the planes that I have. That's why I'm using this one, because I was thinking, if you make a profit early, but some other planes that cost a lot maybe make more profit when you have flown them 500 trips or 1,000 trips, because it takes longer time before the plane is paid. But but each flight gives you more money than this flight, it would eventually catch up. So with time you will make more money on the bigger planes, but it costs so much to get them. So this is like you can say a tier 2 plane. I mean, the plane you buy after you've finished with the small planes. When you get 400, because I think 400 planes is the most you can get, isn't it? When you get 400 of the DC-910, for example, and you fly that for a while, you're making tons of money. You are, because you're making more than 20 million on only 96 planes. So 2040, you make 80 million. 80 million every day if you have 400 of these planes. So you can fly for 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and then you got a whole bunch of money. And then you can say, well, I'm going to sell all these DC-910, and then I'm going to start on the beginning again, because I got, well, how much you got? How much did I say? You got like more than 20 millions. Let's say 25 million on 100 planes. So you make 100 million a day. And then 7 days is 700 million, right? 30 days is 300 million. Or, no, wait a minute, 100 million. 3 days is 300 million. 3,000 million, or 3 billion in a month. Then you can sell all your planes, and you have 3 billion to buy planes. Let's see, how many planes can you buy then? If you want to buy if you want to buy 400 planes, and let's see here, which plane was it? Well, actually you can do here and go all the way down. And the most expensive plane cost 407. But let's look at this one, because I think this was one of the better planes. Or was it this one? I think it was this one. Yeah. The A330 800 Neo cost 85 million. So if you have 85 million, 85, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? And you want to buy 400 of them. That's how much it cost you. And then you make 100 million. Now wait a minute. If you have 400, if you had the small plane, the DC-9, you made 100 million a day. So you divide by 100 million. Is that right? So you need to fly more than 1 month. This is the amount of months you have to fly in order to be able to pay and buy 400 of those big expensive planes. So that doesn't work. You have to go the middle way. And the middle way would be that the other plane I have, we'll have to find out how much that one makes every flight. Did I ever find that out? Didn't I check that? I think I did. I think I checked that. I don't know. I don't remember though. I think I did check it. This video. The B737-800. How much it makes in one trip. And then you have to take 400 of those. You have to see what the cost is for 400, and how much it makes every day. So what I would do, I would buy the DC-910 first, get 400 of them, and fly them until I make enough money to buy 400 of those. Then I would sell all the other ones. You get some money for it, and then buy 400 of these. Or maybe you don't have to wait until you can buy 400, but you should at least be able to buy enough of them to make the same amount of money or more than what you do with the DC-9. So you need to know how much it makes, right? Maybe I can give you the answer one day. You follow me? You know, you buy these, and until you get 400 of them, and then you see how much money you make every day, and compare it to the money you have if you buy the B737-800. How many can you buy with the money you have, and how much money would you make per day with that? If that amount is higher than what you make on the DC-910 you have, then you sell all the DC-9 and buy the B737, right? And then you do the same. You fly this one every day, and then you see how much money you have and how much money you make every day, and then you compare it to if you buy where is it? I know I have one of these neon flights. Where is it? There. Or there, actually, not this one, but this one. And then you see how much money you have, how many of these can you buy for that amount of money, and how much money will that create every day compared to what you are creating with the B737-800 that you have. And when this one, even if you have fewer planes, will make more money every day. And don't think about repaying the airplane cost. Just think about how much it makes every day. Because if you have to, that means that when you do find out that it makes more money every day, and when you sell the one you have and buy these A330, you are gonna make more money every day. So with time, you're gonna make more money. I mean, you will have less money in your account because you used all your money to buy the planes, right? You have less cash in the bank, but you're making more every month. So eventually, you will catch up and get back all the money you had. But that will take some time because these planes are really expensive. 85 million a piece. So the interesting part here now is how much money do you make on a A330-800 Neo with marketing? It's not really that interesting to know how much it is without marketing, because you're always going to do marketing, right? Because you know you make more money with marketing. So there's not really any use of checking that without marketing. How much it makes with marketing a day? Compare it to the B737-800. I got different B737s here. I got a B737-700ER and a MAX 9, and I also have these two different here. But these I'm creating a lot of money, so if I'm going to do testing with only one, I can do that. I don't lose any money doing that. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm gonna when I send out all the planes, you know, when I wake up, and that's gonna be early in the morning because I have to drive the kids to school tomorrow, and I have a meeting at 10. I'll be back about 11:30. I'm gonna send out my planes, and I'm gonna send them. I'm gonna buy all the marketing and everything, and then I'm gonna send out these planes one by one and note down how much they make. I don't know why I didn't do that now. So all the different planes, and I'm going to write them down on a list, and I'm going to publish that list somewhere. Because I have maximized the distance on most of them, but not all. This one doesn't have a stopover, so there might be a difference. You see, this number here doesn't count because this one doesn't tell me how much fuel and CO2 it used. That's why you can't use these numbers. I think maybe some people use these numbers and they don't think about that, the fuel and the CO2 cost. And I think that the crew cost is so little that you don't have to worry about that. It would only be if the profit on the big plane compared to a small plane would be very similar, then the big plane would maybe lose because of the crew cost. Because the profit per flight, when you find the profit per flight, and if it's a similar amount on a big plane and another plane that is not so big and not so expensive, I would choose the least expensive one, because then you can fly, then you can buy more planes and make more money faster. Okay, I guess that's enough. I can talk for 3 hours. There's only 2:41 left now, so I'm gonna be stopping now. I hope you liked it, and please write a comment if you have any comments to what I have said, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.